Hi guys, we are JTeam. Because you guys ask for different types. So many things, so many minds. So today we decide to introduce a movie, which combines funny, fictional and a little bit horror. This movie is The Watch. The main character is Evan, who lives in the small US town of Ohio. His personality is both enthusiastic and optimistic, so Evan loves to make friends with everyone. He is also sociable with the people in the town. Evan is the manager of a supermarket. At work, he is responsible and hardworking. One day, Evan gets off work as usual and prepares to go home. The guard is on duty tells Evan excitedly that, finally he becomes an American citizen. So Evan says he can eat anything in the supermarket, Evan will pay. After that, the guard starts to eat and drink satisfactorily. But while he is watching TV, the screen is jerky. Then the power source in the supermarket is cut off. The unsettled atmosphere begins to cover. The guard checks nervously. He finds the existence of something terrifying. He keeps firing, but the bullets seem to enter the audience's eyes instead of hitting that object. He tries to escape but couldn't make it in time. Finally he dies in the supermarket. The next day, Evan sees off his wife for a trip. Then he goes to the supermarket, but the police have sealed the scene. Until now Evan has known. The supermarket's guard is brutally murdered. The murderer has skinned the guard. Seeing that, Evan is deeply grieved. But the police in charge of this case are very superficial. No further investigation. Evan couldn't expect that the police would find the culprit. He uses the time off from the football game. Calls for a formation of neighborhood patrol from everyone in the town to find the culprit. Although the crowd on the field respond enthusiastically. But in the end, only 3 people participate. The first one is Bob. He doesn't want to be with his wife and children every week. The neighborhood patrol team will gather as a eating and relaxation team. The next is Franklin. He has had a dream of becoming a police officer since childhood. But because he failed the test, so there is no chance for him to fulfill that dream. So he hopes to join the patrol team. The third person is Jamarcus. He joins just for meeting beautiful girls. And then, having crazy fun with the girls. Though the participation reason of everyone making Evan feel ashamed. But Evan thinks that doesn't matter. The most important thing is that they can arrest the killer and protect the safety of the town. On the second day, they wear designed patrol uniforms, start checking suspicious things near the supermarket. Right now, Evan receives a call. Strange sounds appear in the sports building, so the 4 people quickly move there. It turns out that kids are just mischievous. Also use chicken eggs to attack them. Evan catches a kid trying to run away, grabs him, then takes him to the police station. After 4 people leave the station, the officer thinks that the patrol is ridiculous. He immediately releases that student. There is no one on the road now. The boy hears strange sounds on the roadside, instantly runs away, but he is chased by something. Finally it catches N. Meanwhile, the patrol is singing enthusiastically in the car. As a result, Evan stabs something because of inattention. They get off to check, and find something like an octopus leg stuck in the tire. Evan tells everyone. The body of the guard is also stuck with this mucus. At this time, Franklin finds a sphere shaped nearby. They study it together. They discover that the ball is a dangerous weapon. Everyone is starting to get excited. After that, they happily drink together to congratulate. They guess this ball is related to aliens or government research. But Evan supposes that, no matter where this metal ball comes from, it is definitely related to the case OS the guard. After returning home, Evan combines all the clues. But at this time Bob calls him. It turns out that he sees a video of his daughter kissing a strange guy. Therefore, he has an argument with daughter. He calls to find Evan to confide in. And Evan also tells Bob about his infertility. His wife is always trying. That even made him not dare to tell her the truth. While they are talking, Evan receives a call for help from an old man. He immediately calls the other to the scene. After an preliminary investigation, they discover a creature. Franklin suggests that everyone should leave. Evan isn't afraid at all, because he wants to connect with aliens. He gives the alien a candy. The alien immediately throws out a body, and kicks Evan out, but that monster doesn't do anything to Franklin. Evan stands up and knocks out the alien. Next, the group take the alien home, and take a bunch of photos with it, because they want to take this opportunity to become celebrities. During that time, the alien wakes up. The 4 people couldn't beat it even when they unite. The alien says, Evan suddenly understands the alien's intention. He assumes that they takes the guard's skin, and then disguise as the human to live on Earth. So the next day the four people start to observe all the inhabitants of the town. They hope to find aliens in human guises. At that time, Evan accidentally meets his new neighbor. He suddenly thinks that this man could be an alien, because he always compliments Evan's skin tone for being beautiful and elastic. He is also very mysterious. They decide to spy on this neighbor. When he gets home, Evan's wife is wearing sexy lingerie to prepare for her husband a surprise, but four people appear together making her extremely ashamed. Two people have quarrel, however he has to watch the neighbor. Evan still puts on his jacket. He goes with teammates to the neighbor's wall. But now, Bob gets a phone call. He just knows that his daughter goes to a party with that boy. In order to prevent the girl from being tempted to abuse, Bob leads Franklin to the party. Evan and Jamarcus are also discovered by the neighbor. He even invites them inside. By now, they have known that the neighbor is having an 18+ party in the basement. This is why he is so sneaky. After witnessing, Evan wants to leave, but Jamarcus decides to stay here and enjoy. On the other hand, the young man ignores the girl's rejection, prepares to play perverse with her. Luckily, Bob and Franklin arrive in time to save the daughter. Bob wants to teach that pervert, but the opponent goes out to beat him, then throws Bob out of the glass door. The girl has recognized the real face of that young man. He returns home with his father after that. Evan tells the truth about the neighbor to Bob and Franklin. He also expresses dissatisfaction when they too leave the mission, but Bob couldn't accept that attitude of Evan. He thinks that his daughter is more important than the job. Bob believes that because of work, leaving family is not responsible. Bob keeps Evan speechless. He remembers the quarrel between the couple, goes home immediately, shares with her about being infertile. After hearing that the wife does not only disparage him, but also decides to face him through everything. At this time, Jamarcus goes to Evan's house. Then lead they to Bob's house. After everyone is present, Jamarcus cuts his own hand with a knife. Green blood flows from the palm. It turns out that Jamarcus is an alien. 6 months ago he flew to the Earth. He wears human skin to disguise in the human world, but the kindness and good of a human have gradually transformed him. He also loves life here. So Jamarcus reminds everyone, they are just a group who proceed. Once they have completed hiding and scouting missions, through transmitter, they will call their fleets to invade the Earth. The transmitter is in the basement of the supermarket. After hearing that, they quickly chase Jamarcus away, and decide to tackle the dangers lurking. Franklin hides a lot of weapons. They are fully armed and run to the supermarket. On the way, Evan calls the police. The aliens are about to take over the Earth. Then people break into the supermarket, prepare to damage the transmitter, but as soon as they discover the aliens, the police also lead colleagues to arrest the people with gun. He also claims that it is the patrol that kill the town's residents. But now aliens suddenly appear, a policeman is killed instantly. The remaining policeman is threatened in terror. Fortunately, everyone promptly fire their guns to annihilate the aliens. Next, Franklin tells the policeman the truth, tells him to restrain. Together, they stop the evil conspiracy of the aliens. But as soon as they find the transmitter, a young man who has an affair with Bob's daughter appears. It turns out he is also an alien. Bob decides to fight alone and tells Evan and Franklin to break the transmitter. But when the transmitter is discovered, they are surrounded by loads of aliens. The two people are in a dangerous situation. At the right moment, Jamarcus promptly appears. He kills all the aliens and tells them, the aliens' weakness is the lower body. They normally use their lower body to think. After knowing that weakness, Bob kills that young man. Evan reaches for the generator and gets the ball. Blocks the transmitter's signal, but more and more aliens are coming. People quickly exit the supermarket, take advantage of the power of the ball, to destroy the whole supermarket.
Goodbye, sweet child of mine.
The aliens have been destroyed. The neighborhood patrol has completed its mission to save the world. In the end, Franklin becomes a police officer. Evan and his wife have a lovely daughter. Jamarcus continues to participate in happy parties, but they are still members of the neighborhood patrol. The four of them continue to protect the town's security. It's over. You guys should watch the entire movie to feel its humor.